I'm going, you're going. Good morning. I'm Karen Taradas with Social U. It's time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live every single Wednesday, except for, the ones that we don't come on. I'm just kidding. We are technically we're all 4 times a year, the week of Christmas, New Year's, no, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, and spring break. We take time off so that my team can have, some time off from generating content 24/7. So our office will be closed the last week of this year. But until then, we're going to talk about predictions for next year. And next week, we're going to talk about planning for next year as well. I'd like to start by touching on predictions from last year, social media trends for 2022. I'm going to go back to notes from last year to let you guys know if those actually came true. Yeah, pretty much. Let's take a look. Number one last year was TikTok will become the most important social media platform. 100%. They forced Facebook to pay attention. Basically, short form video became primary on Instagram, largely due to TikTok. It also became primary on Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, largely because of TikTok. It has surpassed Google as the number one search engine. So yeah, that one's 100% true. People are spending more on ads on smaller platforms. Shopping is becoming more prevalent. Long form video only works on YouTube. That's 100% correct. Let's see. Groups became more prominent on Facebook. Absolutely. And that's, as far as predictions made, those are the ones that were actually absolutely 100% came true. So let's talk about the predictions for this upcoming year, because there are actually quite a bunch. I'm going to talk about generic predictions first, and then we're going to go platform by platform. So number one, if you haven't heard this, if you get nothing else from anything I tell you, video is prominent on every platform. You see where it says video baby on this cup? Yeah, there's a reason for that. You absolutely have to integrate video into your marketing plan. There's just no option anymore. If you're not going to get in front of a camera, you're not going to have any growth. Instagram has just about made it impossible for you to grow without doing reels. So you're going to have to get in front of a camera. Number two, so more video content on all platforms is the number one prediction. Number two, users will demand a more authentic and transparent experience. So this is what that means. They don't want to see the polished influencer staged like they used to, which is part of the reason I think we're having serious issues with the demise of the influencer, but that's a slightly different story. But they want transparency. They want authenticity. They want you to just be you. They relate to just you. If there's any doubt about that, go check Elise Meyer's account on TikTok. She is unabashedly herself, and she has a bazillion followers to prove that. So filters where you just makeup filters are never going to go away. However, the transparency of the person presenting behind the filter is absolutely critical. So they want authenticity and transparency for the company. Number three, customer service. Brands who are deaf to their own complaints are going to get hammered. So what that means, if your brand has an issue that's public, you need to deal with it publicly. It can actually turn into a good thing or a bad thing based on your response online. And the younger the user, the faster they expect you to respond. I love Elise. Love Elise. She's amazing. And she's grown because of her transparency. So truly, it totally makes a difference. Good morning, Jason, by the way. So customer service, most people, like 40%, expect you to respond in an hour. They will send you a DM. They will send you place a comment. They will send an email, but they want a response. And 24 hours should be the max that it takes to get back to people. So keep that in mind. Customer service, again, if it's negative publicly, you need to deal with it publicly. Number four, businesses working with content creators, not influencers, content creators. And I think this is going to become more prevalent for my company in particular. When we offer, one of the services we offer is on-site video and picture taking, which I didn't say that very well. Apparently, I'm not caffeinated enough, but we will come to your location, locally where we are so we can get video content. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that there are a lot of businesses who are not sure about what to record for their business. So it's not just about taking pictures, and it's not just about taking a video. It's about getting video that will move your company forward. It's about doing the right voiceover. It's about getting the right sound. It's about having the right concept to go with the product so that it moves the company forward. Content creation is going to become much more critical. It's more educate, inform, entertain. And it's the entertain part is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. TikTok doesn't refer to themselves as a social media platform. They refer to themselves as an entertainment platform. So their whole entire algorithm is based on what the very best content is from multiple creators versus just your content to the people who follow you. So again, having great content is getting more and more critical because more and more platforms will allow people to see your stuff, which will cause your account to grow if the content's good. Okay. Where are we? 5. Separation of content based on platform. It's never been okay to push from Instagram to Facebook ever, because the tags don't translate, the hashtags don't translate. It's a different audience, they're a different age, it's different. But especially in 2023, you're going to see more and more professional accounts where it's not the same thing on LinkedIn as it is on Facebook. Now, can you have some crossover? 100%, because burnout is real and content creation is a beast. So yes, it's okay to put that post from Instagram on LinkedIn eventually with a different caption and not the same tags, geared for the audience where it's supposed to be. But there are certain things that we put on TikTok I would never put on LinkedIn in 100 years, ever. It doesn't make the cut. So you have to ask yourself, is this content going to work? Should we share it on this specific platform, but definitely not on the same day. So be on the lookout for that. Number 6, SEO growth based on individual platforms. I kind of side note labeled this bye-bye Google. The more the individual platforms grow, the more SEO on the individual platforms is critical. Again, I just mentioned TikTok has surpassed Google as the #1 search engine. Well, each individual platform has individual criteria for you to grow on that platform. If you're not doing idea pins, your growth on Pinterest is dead. If you are not doing reels, your growth on Instagram is dead. So you have to take a look at what works on that platform and do more of that specific thing. But yeah, an SEO is different from platform to platform. So you have to pay attention. Okay, now let's get a little bit more specific. Those are the top 6: video content, transparency, customer service, working with content creators, separation of content based on platform, and SEO based on platform. Okay, let's get specific. Facebook. Oh, wow. Did iPhone really, really mess up Facebook's life? I cannot even tell you. Now that iPhone has allowed the users to turn off tracking for apps, it has cost Facebook so much money. They have to reevaluate your experience and how they approach your experience, which is going to have a huge impact, trickle down effect in the next 12 to 18 months. So this is a direct quote from Mark Zuckerberg. What's basically going to happen is that over the next year or two, we'll start showing more recommended content in the feed. And we'll know that we're doing a good job because the content in the beginning is going to displace some other content, and either displacing that content is going to lead to negative feedback from people and lead to people connecting with each other less in all metrics that we focus on, or it will actually lead to people connecting more and being more satisfied with the product. Okay, the jury's still out on that. TikTok is forcing their hand. Again, TikTok shows the best of your specific content to everyone versus all of your content to the people who follow you specifically. So Facebook is going to get better about showing you recommended content like YouTube and TikTok do, instead of just what you follow, because they have to stay ahead, to stay on board, to stay ahead. Eventually, Zuckerberg's view is that 40% of the content in your main Facebook feed will come from pages that you don't even follow. So it will be more of a suggestion versus something that you're already connected with. And at the same time, Facebook is also moving away from promoting external links. Bless their little hearts. They don't like it when other people play in their sandbox. They never have. They've made it difficult for third-party users. They don't like shortened links. So because of all that, if you have an external link, like back to your blog, they don't like that. They want you to stay inside the platform. Now, if the content's good, it will surpass. I mean, there's no keeping people from clicking on it, but they can sure try. So be aware of that when you're creating your content rotations for 2023. They just want people to spend more time on Facebook. They're moving away from social media app and they're going more to entertainment. Again, it's coming straight from TikTok. Since engagement in the DMs is where most people spend their time. So most people on Facebook, like if they see something funny or they see an article, they don't share it on their profile. They're sharing it with specific people in their DMs. It's more private, it's more personalized, but it's reducing engagement overall across the entire platform. So the engagement on Facebook is not near as high as it once was. That is why they are doing what they are doing, so people can engage with other pages that might work for them. So yeah, I think that's interesting. I also think that because people are connecting more in DMs, you're going to see a lot more ads in those DMs because that's where people are spending their time. You're also going to see growth in the metaverse with more avatars, AI generated content, and virtual reality. Now, I don't know that this is going to translate because if I'm going to go to the trouble to be in a metaverse, if I'm going to go to the trouble to have an avatar, I sure don't want to do that in a cubicle. Why would I go into an animated fake world to be in an office cubicle? That makes no sense to me. I'd rather be riding a unicorn. So they're going to have to keep up with what their users demand, I think, for that to have success. Just my personal opinion. But yeah, you're going to see a lot more AI from Facebook. Okay, Instagram is next. More reels, 100%. They're pushing reels. They're still pushing reels. They're all about short video content. Again, artificial intelligence, you're going to see more recommended content, especially with all the fallout from influencers. Oh, so the influencers kind of got together and got mad because, it's now on reels. You can see anybody. You don't have to be a Kardashian with 1 billion followers to be seen or to come up on the For You page or the suggestions section. So, yeah, a lot of influencers got really mad about that. So I think they're going to try to placate some of those influencers, but they're not going to be able to placate them 100% because they're going to lose followers doing that. So we'll just have to keep our eye on that. And live shopping is going to become much more prevalent on Instagram. They're doing everything they can to make sure your shopping experience stays inside Instagram. It's not just Shopify being integrated with Instagram anymore. They want you to stay in the platform to shop. Okay, Twitter. Oh, wow. If you guys don't know, Twitter is a total dumpster fire right now. It's just a mess. That a lot of the staff has been let go. They're having issues with the verification feature, and their customer service staff is not around anymore. It's a mess. They're looking at subscriptions for businesses to recuperate some of the lost revenue. So if Twitter is still around this time next year, I don't even know what it's going to look like or who the owner is going to be, because if they keep going on the path that they're on, it's not going to stay where it is right now. So just be aware. And if Twitter is in your marketing plan, you may want to reassess that simply because it's such a mess right now. It's going to be hard to be heard just because of all the stuff that's going on that platform. Pinterest. Pinterest TV is launching. The Pinterest creator funds are going to become more prevalent. They're rolling those out based on industry. So I think you're going to see more diverse industries on Pinterest. It's not just fashion and makeup and food. They're going to roll it out to multiple different industries. That is coming, and more live shopping. Again, they're trying to keep up with Instagram and Facebook, so you'll be able to shop more on Pinterest, and it's a shopping app, so why not? LinkedIn video is going to become more prominent, so they're going to integrate more video tools on the platform itself. They're going to allow analytics for job seekers, so you can keep up with what's going on in your reach. And sadly, this hurts my heart, there's going to be an audio push. Ugh. They're talking about doing audio rooms and groups. Why? Clubhouse did not work. Why are you trying to force it into But LinkedIn's going to learn everything the hard way, like they did with stories, which are, lasted a year. Now they're gone. I just don't think audio push is going to work. That's just my personal opinion, but I do believe you're going to see it this year. And I think TikTok will continue to dominate. It's going to continue to grow. I do think one of the big drawbacks with TikTok is because they're having so much success. People on the creators fund aren't seeing as much money because there's more creators with millions of followers. So there's the same amount of revenue, but it's spread out with more people. So the revenue is dropping based on, how many participants there are. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where that goes this year. That is it for me today with predictions and trends for next year. Join us next week for our last presentation of the year as we talk about planning for 2023. Until then, if you need anything, feel free to leave a comment or send a direct message. We're available to help always. And until next week, I'm Karen Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks.